Most people wait for a clear, verbal declaration of interest to know if someone is truly drawn to them. But the reality of human behavior is much quieter. Speaking directly requires a massive amount of vulnerability, making those upfront confessions incredibly rare. What actually happens is that desire disguises itself. The brain takes hidden emotions and translates them into subtle, involuntary shifts in behavior that speak loudly, if you know how to listen. This diagram represents a psychological framework we can call the investment funnel. It illustrates a three-step subconscious process the human brain uses to escalate connection without saying a single word. When you can identify these specific shifts in behavior, you gain a clear map of how someone is prioritizing you in their life. Learning this silent language allows you to bypass the protective walls of spoken conversation. You get to observe the raw, undeniable truth of how human attachment actually forms. This diagram shows the first tier of the funnel at the top, attention. When attraction occurs, it acts as an immediate biological override to the brain's normal priority system. You will observe a phenomenon called selective attention. Even in a room packed with people and distractions, an interested person's focus will repeatedly narrow in on you, tracking your movements and snapping back to your presence. They aren't consciously deciding to watch you. Their brain has simply assigned you a high priority status, instinctively tagging you as the most important element in the environment. This priority translates into what psychologists call charged eye contact. Unlike a standard scanning glance, their gaze will linger for half a second longer than socially necessary, and their eyes will visibly soften. The eyes themselves don't flirt, the nervous system does. Responses like pupil dilation and extended gazes are driven entirely by biology, bypassing conscious thought. This involuntary focus is the necessary spark of connection. If the subconscious hasn't prioritized your presence at this level, the deeper, more intimate stages of the funnel remain closed. Moving down the diagram, we reach the middle tier, energy. Here, the dynamic shifts from observation across a room into shared physical space. In close proximity, you will start to see unconscious mirroring. Someone who desires you will automatically match your posture, the rhythm of your speech, and your physical movements. When they lean back as you lean back or slow down as you slow down, it's a deeply ingrained biological signal. Their body is communicating comfort, trust, and structural emotional alignment. You might also observe sudden, chaotic energetic shifts when you enter their space. They might play with their hair, become highly animated, or laugh noticeably louder. People frequently mistake this fidgeting for baseline insecurity. Actually, it is the body's involuntary reaction to high emotional stimulation and chemical attraction. When physical energy naturally aligns in spikes like this, the body is communicating a deep sense of safety and resonance that the conscious mind usually hasn't even processed yet. Finally, we arrive at the bottom tier of the diagram, action and access. This is the narrowest, most intimate part of the funnel. At this step, the brain begins to seek a return on its emotional investment. People rarely dedicate sustained time and energy without seeking a more tangible connection. The first deliberate action they take to secure that reward is creating emotional openings. By sharing personal thoughts and unprompted vulnerabilities, they are testing to see if you are a safe psychological space. Next, they actively seek continuity. Rapid digital replies, sharing inside jokes, and bringing up past moments are all active attempts to prevent the connection from breaking. But the absolute strongest signal within this entire framework happens when they deliberately isolate moments, suggesting quieter settings to create one-on-one time away from crowds. The motive here is straightforward. True intimacy requires a private environment, entirely free from outside interference. When someone actively manipulates their environment to guarantee access to you, those early involuntary signals have matured into definitive, conscious intention. Human beings are highly complex. Any single one of the behaviors we just discussed means very little in isolation. As this graphic illustrates, the true footprint of attraction is only revealed when these behaviors form a consistent pattern, moving downward through all three stages over time. Using these insights requires a foundation of respect. This knowledge exists to help you understand someone's genuine intentions. Highly magnetic people do not force outcomes. They never chase these signals. Instead, they possess the emotional intelligence to recognize the signs and simply honor them. The strongest, most authentic connections don't need spoken words to begin. They require the awareness to recognize silent desire and the calm integrity to meet it exactly where it stands.